Hello, my name is John.
And my name is Alice, and you're watching Math Videos for Parents. We help you so that you can help your kids with math. And John, today we're going to discuss how to multiply a fraction by a whole number. So I'm just going to dive in, and I'm just going to demonstrate how I had learned it growing up. So looking at the problem on the left, 3, which is our whole number, times 2 over 5. What I would do is I would say, any whole number can be written as a fraction by putting it over 1, by putting 1 in the denominator. So I'm going to write 3 as 3 over 1. And now I'm just multiplying two fractions together. So I'm going to multiply the numerators together and the denominators. And I'm going to get 6 over 5. So John, what's another approach we could use?
Sure. So I would say that the way you did it is probably the most common approach. That's what we all know and understand. Another way to look at the same problem, not necessarily better or worse, is just to apply the associative property to solve this problem. And the idea is that we can reimagine the 2/5 as 2 times 1/5. So we basically break down 2/5 to 2 1/5.
And we're doing that because we want a 1 in the numerator, right? That's our key. Okay.
Yeah, correct. And then by the associative property, which if you recall from our previous videos, is just reorganizing what gets multiplied when. I can multiply 3 by 2. I can prioritize that grouping first and give those the parentheses or the priority, multiplication. I can multiply 3 by 2 and get 6. And then when doing 6 times 1/5, I could think of it as 6 1/5. And 6 1/5 is 6/5. So it's just a different way to understand it and do the math than your approach, but also equivalent.
Okay. And so our answers here are improper fractions in that the numerator is larger than the denominator. So we'll be doing a future video on how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers if anyone out there is interested. So John, I've never seen this approach before, but I'm intrigued by it. So I would like to try a problem this way.
All right, let's do another one.
Okay, so for our next problem, we're going to do 4 times 3 over 7. So what I'm going to do is, with the fraction, I want to kind of break it apart so that there's a 1 in the numerator. So I'm going to rewrite 3 over 7 as 3 times 1/7. Now, by the associative property, we can regroup and multiply our whole numbers together. So 4 times 3 is 12. And, 12 sevenths is going to give us 12 over 7. Perfect. John, any thoughts on kind of advantages of this approach, why someone may prefer this approach?
Yeah, I mean, in elementary, you talk a lot about decomposing numbers and thinking of them in different ways. So a student learning about something like 3/7 might understand it better as 3 1/7. And by breaking it up that way, that reinforces the whole part to whole concept of a fraction, coupled with associative property, which they learn as early as grade 3. They can think of this way to do it as an alternative. And the reality is, I think it's a pretty good way, because as students move up, they confuse this with cross multiplying. They might want to do 4 times 7 and then 3 times 1. Cross multiplying is something that could be used in other problems, but for this problem, that's not the way to go. So I think it provides a pretty good concrete foundation that won't get mixed up with cross multiplication later on.
Oh, I see. So by learning it this way now, they might be preventing confusion in the future.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. And one question, you mentioned decomposing a number. Is that just breaking a number apart? It sounds like something that happens in a compost pile.
Yeah. So students can decompose whole numbers, like 10, they can make into 8 plus 2. Some people call it subitizing, but you can also take 3/7 and decompose it into 1/7 plus 1/7 plus 1/7. And decomposing is something high school students do as well. They use something called partial fraction decomposition, where they take something, a polynomial fraction, they break it up into separate fractions that we add together to get the one that's given. So this is like a very light, younger version of the same idea.
I see. So next time I have like a big project at work and I'm breaking it up into small tasks, I can say I'm decomposing this project.
Yes, exactly.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're Math Videos for Parents, and it really helps other people find us if you subscribe. We also have a Facebook page, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any problem requests. We really look forward to hearing from you.
Have a great day.